experienced and really know how to write a really fabulous brief, and it's great and it gives you all the guidance, and then when you get the feedback, even if you don't win the piece of business, the actual feedback relates back to the bits of the brief that actually you can understand where maybe you might have fallen short in some areas. Then we've also received extraordinary briefs which just contain very little information at all. And obviously we then do sort of email and say, can you please give us information on X, Y, and Z, and it's usually quite a long email. But the frustrating thing is when you then get feedback that doesn't relate to the brief for things that apparently you haven't included or whatever, that's tricky, because obviously the time and energy that's spent producing a proposal or whatever, and it sometimes feels on occasion that maybe information's being plucked out of the air that doesn't necessarily relate back, but actually we've just been benchmarked and they're having to find a reason as to why we haven't won business. That may be an unfair statement, but that's kind of how it can translate in some instances that we've been privy to.
Jane?
This is a quite funny one, but my favourite is when you're over budget but you haven't been given a budget. And I think this is like with like I'm sure this is on both sides as well. Like sometimes you probably guys have had the same situation. And like, what is the budget then, or what are we working towards? And that does come up a fair bit. I don't know if you did that, but
so
Don't look at me.
the one that from our perspective, and I can only speak to my personal experience. A lot of the events I do are annual. It's the same event every year, and so when we're going out and we're looking for opportunities, I tend to really kind of when we're looking at briefs, it tends to be pretty specific.
yeah.
And I think that